Hey mates, it's the Doctor here, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and this time it is going to be on Synchrons. Now with Master Rule 5, it's kind of like the old days with Synchrons, because now shooting Quasar is much easier to summon, and you don't necessarily have to rely on Link monsters anymore. So, we're going to put the extra deck down for a moment, and we're going to focus on the main deck as usual. So main deck comes first. So first of all, we have Jet Synchron, which if it's in the graveyard, you can discard a card to special summon this card. And if it's also used as synchro material, then you can add a junk monster from your deck to your hand. So really good. Then Cyber Synchron is a newer synchron monster, but it's also really good because you can banish this card from the graveyard if one of your synchro monsters would be destroyed. So it's kind of like a Balinx in a way. Junk Synchron, of course, because I mean it's just one of the better Synchron monsters to normal summon it, and then special summon level 2 monster. Then Quick Draw Synchron, running 2 of them because you can substitute it as any Synchron monster like Junk Synchron, and it's easier to summon Junk Destroyer. Then Tuningware, because you can treat Tuningware as a level 2 or level 1 monster, and you can also draw a card, so more draw power. Then Battle Fader, this is a good staller card. It's like it's pretty much a hand trap that if your opponent would attack directly, you can special summon this card from their hand. So, sorry Karibo, you're outdated. Turbo Booster, it's kind of a weird card, but if you want to go for, it's not Excel Synchron, it's, that guy, Formula Synchron. If you want to go for Formula Synchron to just draw a card, then summon Turbo Booster. If you normal summon a tuner monster from your hand, then Chaos Necromancer. So if somehow everything fails, then you can just summon this card and it gains 300 attack for each monster in your graveyard. So main deck, extra deck, whatever. If you have 10 monsters in your graveyard, this card's attack becomes 3000. So really good firepower right there. Quillbot Hedgehog, if it's in your graveyard and you control a tuner monster, special summon this guy. And if you summon a monster from your graveyard, you can use Doppel Warrior. So Doppel Warrior can summon itself from the hand if you summon a monster from the graveyard, and of course more levels for better synchro summoning, and you can get duplicates from it. Then Speed Warrior, I'll explain why I have this card in the deck later. Then, is it just me or is the camera kind of blurry? I'm sorry, it's not really focusing, is it? I've been considering getting, a GoPro camera for better HD quality for recording in the future. But, let's just take what we have. This is Sangan. So, Sangan got an errata where it's only once per turn, and you cannot activate any monsters of the effect that you add from your deck to your hand by this card's effect if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. So you could do it like unlimited number of times if you want, but they gave it a errata, and I think it's at 3 now. So, there's that, and now there's Psychic Tracker. So, if you control a level 3 monster like Junk Synchron, you can special summon this card from the hand, and if it's used for a synchro summon, then you can increase that synchro monster's attack by 600. Now, there is a better, it's kind of similar. A very similar card called Psychic Wheel Leader that's a tuner version of this card, but you can destroy a monster with less attack than the synchro monster. And unfortunately, Psychic Wheel Leader is a secret rare, and it's secret rare, and I don't think it's terribly expensive, but I'm pretty sure Psychic Wheel Leader is, I have a hard time saying that, it's going to be reprinted in the Megatins. Now we move on to the spell cards. So, Monster Reborn, Lightning Vortex. Yes, I know I have Raigeki, but it's the discarding part that kind of wins it over for this specific deck. Tuning. This is a searcher for the deck to add any synchro monster from the deck to your hand, and you can also send the top card from your deck to the grave. Reinforcement. This is for adding Junk Synchron, which is kind of weird how Junk Synchron, I think it's the only Warrior Synchron. Like, Jet Synchron is machine, which, I mean, it looks like a machine, but I don't know. I don't get it. I never understood why Junk Synchron is Warrior, but hey, it works for reinforcement of the army. Then 1 for 1 to summon a level 1 monster like Jet Synchron, or you can go for Chaos Necromancer. Foolish Burial, Dark World Dealings, both players draw one, but you can ditch a card from your hand. Then Synchro Material. I think this card was reprinted in the Turbo packs, I believe. But yes, what does this card do? Target a monster your opponent controls, and you can use that monster as Synchro Material. Now, if you know Excel Synchron and Formula Synchron, this card is really good just to swallow up your opponent's monsters to help you summon stronger monsters. Whew, really good. And then Limiter Overload. If I have a playset of Synchro Material, I would replace these with Synchro Material. But with this card, if it's sent to a graveyard by, either destroyed, discarded, or destroyed by opponent, whatever, then you can special summon Speed Warrior from the hand, deck, or graveyard. And that's why I have Speed Warrior in the main deck. But yes, I would replace it if I had a playset of Synchro Material. And here's Raigeki Break, which isn't quite Raigeki, but discard one card and destroy a card on the field. Kind of like, Limiter Overload. Ditch it, get Speed Warrior. I'm sorry if there's a dog barking in the background. And now we move on to the extra deck. So here are the Synchro Tuners, Excel Synchron, Formula Synchron. So Excel Synchron has the special ability to send a monster from your deck to the graveyard, and you can either increase or decrease this monster's level by that monster. Junk Gardener, if you want to stall to switch your opponent's monsters from attack to defense. TG Hyper Librarian to draw a card if you want to do that. Then Jet Warrior lets you bounce a card from the field to the hand, and if it's in your graveyard, you can tribute a level 2 monster like Speed Warrior or Quillball Hedgehog or Double Warrior, whatever, and you can special summon this card from the grave in defense mode, which is very useful for summoning Shooting Quasar. Then Junk Speeder is really good for searching out your Synchron monsters, and with Master Rule 5, there's a bit of crazy shenanigans going on. And it's also a good way of searching out your Cyber Synchron to get it, and then, Junk Beserker. So with this card, if you want to go for an easy level 7 monster, so what you can do with Junk Beserker is summon Quick Draw Synchron, then summon a level 2 monster, and you can go for Junk Beserker. And Junk Beserker lets you banish a junk monster from the graveyard, and you can decrease a monster's attack by that monster, that banished junk monster. So with Junk Synchron, for example, that would be 1300 attack points your opponent's monster would lose. Then Junk Destroyer, unfortunately, the name has faded over years. Obviously, you haven't taken the best care of it. But yeah, Junk Destroyer, really good card to destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of Synchro Materials you used. Stardust Dragon, it's okay, not so special by today's standards, unfortunately. But if you want to go for Shooting Star Dragon, then obviously you'll need Stardust. Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. I actually lost this card for a while, believe it or not, but I did manage to find it again right before my mother moved everything from my room into another room at her place. So I found this card in the nick of time, let's just put it that way. And yeah, with this card, it is an ultimate rare. I'll just get it out of the sleeve. Yeah, it's an ultimate rare Scarlight. And yeah, I think I'm going to need a better camera. This is ridiculous. So Scarlight lets you destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters and inflict 500 damage for each one destroyed. So it's much better than the original Red Dragon Archfiend, and it even says this card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend. So it's better than the original. Yeah, like whoever says you can never beat the original, Satellite Warrior, I think this card is being completely overlooked with Needle Fiber and what's the other one? Needle Fiber and there was something else. But Satellite Warrior's effect is when it's synchro summon, destroy cards up to the number of synchro monsters, not just Synchrons, any synchro monster in your graveyard, and this card gains 1,000 attack for each card destroyed. So yeah, because you can summon this card during your opponent's turn with Excel Synchron or Formula Synchron, then that could disrupt their strategies a little bit. But I think why this card is being overlooked is because you could go for shooting Quasar if you want, but this is level 10, so just for convenience sake, if you want to unconvenient your opponent. Then there's Vermilion Dragon Mech, which is really popular in Duel Links. Trishula, of course, banish a card from hand, field, and grave. Shooting Star Dragon, and then Shooting Quasar Dragon. This card is insane because 4,000 attack points. It can make attacks up to the number of non-tuners used to summon it, which has to be Synchro monsters, but still. If you have your level 5 Jet Warrior or level 5 Junk Speeder, level 5 Hyper Librarian, this card, not the easiest to summon, but if you can pull it off, that would be fantastic. And I believe it has negation. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, negate and destroy it. Yes, how could I forget that? And if this card leaves the field, so if it's Kaiju'd, whatever, then you can summon Shooting Star from the extra deck. One of the craziest synchro monsters out there for good reason, but I know some of you would be wondering, where is Needle Fiber? Unfortunately, I don't have it. I was hoping to get Needle Fiber with Dual Overload. I didn't get it, unfortunately. But I do wonder if Needle Fiber is completely necessary, because now with Master Rule 5, you can summon as many synchros as you want. But, yes, if you want to go for Needle Fiber, you're definitely going to need Draconet and Guard Dragon just to share, because I'm surprised Draconet hasn't been reprinted recently, because this goes really well with yeah, obviously summoning Needle Fiber, but I feel like they were setting up something for like the normal Cybers monsters like Bitron, Digitron, and there was like a level 7, I think, with like a giant hammer with like a jet on it, kind of like in the leader Battle Angel. Yeah, there's just so much wasted potential with Reigns, unfortunately, but that's a subject for another time. Here's some of the other alternative options you could go with. Stardust Warrior can negate summons, so take that for what it's worth. But you do need a Synchro Tuner and one or more non-tuner Synchro monsters. Beals of the Diabolic Dragons, weird name, but can't be destroyed by all card effects. Already a winner, and has 3,000 attack and defense. Hyper Psychic Riser. Monsters with less attack cannot attack, which seems weird, but also negates monsters. Yeah, I believe it negates. Yeah. Needle Player can activate effects of monsters with more attack than this card. Turbo Warrior, and then Shooting Riser. It's kind of like Formula Synchron and Excel Synchron. You can also Synchro Summon during your opponent's turn. And Celestial Double Star Shaman. This came out in Duelist Saga, and you can special summon up to 4 level 2 monsters from your graveyard. Oh, and also have a gold rare Black Rose Dragon or in a gold sleeve. So gold sleeve for a gold rare Black Rose Dragon, if you just want to nuke the field. And that will do for my Synchron deck profile. I would like to get Needle Fiber for myself at some point. I believe at the time of recording it is $55. And if you like this, then you can check out my other deck profiles that I've done. My last one was on Destiny Heroes. I'm going to do Exodia and Rockets. And as for The Shining Darkness, I recently did an opening on this, and I'm going to be uploading either soon or may have already uploaded by the time this video comes out. And yeah, it was special. It was something special. But until then, or until the next deck profile, take care, mates.